Hello everyone, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we'll do the detailed review of the camera on the Micromax Unite 3. So the Unite 3 is the successor of the popular Unite 2, and the new device comes with a slightly upgraded specs in the form of an 8 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and a front facing 2 megapixel camera. And when you compare with the Unite 2, which just had a 5 megapixel rear camera and a 0.3 or rather the VGA front facing camera, so the camera has been upped from 5 to 8 and 0.3 to 2 megapixel. Now let's see how the quality of the photos is. So before that, let's have a look at the camera interface. So let's open the camera app. So that's the camera app of Micromax Unite 3, and as you can see from the camera app, there isn't any change with respect to the interface. It's the same interface what we saw on the Unite 2, almost similar set of features. We have the settings here. We have certain options, the default set of options which we see on almost all Micromax devices. So in the photo we can set the picture size, continuous shot, self timer. Then in the video we have image stabilization, then video quality can be set to 1080p, 720p, and in the general settings you have the exposure, color effects, scene modes and stuffs. And on the left side you have these options, the live photo mode, the face beauty mode, and also panorama, and then we have the multi-angle mode. So these are again the features which we saw on almost all Micromax devices. And on the top we have the smile capture. Then we also have other options including HDR, the option to switch the flash, and also front facing camera. So that was the interface. So interface, it's a dull interface, nothing's changed with respect to previous version. Now the interface is smooth. It's kind of laggy at times. Taking photos is not really very easy. There is a lag when you click the camera button, and it's kind of not really user friendly interface. So that's the interface aspect. Now let's go into the photos. So first let's have a look at the daylight shots. So here are some of the daylight shots, and as you can see from the daylight shots, the colors looks pretty good. I must say the color quality is pretty decent, although not the best in this category, but the color quality does look pretty decent for a budget smartphone. But what is not really that great on this camera is the contrast ratio. It's the contrast seems to be on the higher side than what we would have liked to have in this camera, and as a result the photos are not really that great, but it's an average quality photo. The sharpness levels are pretty decent, and even the overall clarity also looks pretty decent for an 8 megapixel shooter. But having said that, the contrast ratio is not that good, and the overall photo when you view it in the computer doesn't look that good when compared to the competition likes of Redmi 2 and the Euphoria. So it's a very basic camera. It's an average camera, we would say, not the best in this category. We would still say the Redmi 2 has great color quality in the daylight shots. Now if you look at the macro shots, or rather the close-up shots, again it's pretty decent camera. It can take pretty decent captures as well. The colors look again pretty good, but again, as I said before, the contrast doesn't look that good, and the overall clarity is just average. So it's not really the best camera in this price point. Now talking about the low light photos, this is not a strength of this camera. We can say that the low light photos are noisy and the clarity doesn't look that great. With flash the quality does improve, but again not really the best flash in the budget segment. In the ultra low light captures, it has gone really dark, and again doesn't have that good clarity. And with artificial lighting the photos does come pretty decent, but the noise levels are again very much higher than what you see on the Redmi 2. So overall what we would say is in the camera, the photo performance, the camera is just an average camera, although not really that bad camera. It's just an average camera. It's not the best under the 7K price range, we would say. The Euphoria and also even the Lenovo A6000 Plus, even the Redmi 2, all these cameras beat the Micromax Unite 3 having the same 8 megapixel rear camera. Now the video quality again isn't that good, but the colors have come pretty decent in the video capture as well, but the overall clarity of the 1080p sample isn't really worth using it for video recording, and does produce only average video recording. But then it does have support for 1080p. That's one good thing, because most of these devices in the budget category also supports 1080p recording these days. Now the front facing 2 megapixel camera performs pretty average, again not really great for selfies but pretty useful for social site sharing. If you're taking a selfies, if you're regularly taking selfies, this is just for casual sharing on the social sites and nothing really that great. So that was the camera review of the Micromax Unite 3. So all in all, we would say the 8 megapixel camera isn't really the best in this category, and if you're looking for a budget smartphone with great camera experience, we would suggest you to check out the Redmi 2 or even the Euphoria, and we would suggest you to skip the Micromax Unite 3 with just an average performance. So that was the camera review of the Micromax Unite 3. Hope you liked this video. If you have any queries, drop in a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with the queries. If you like this video, do hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.